Hey, my name's Nick. I'm with Sunshine State RVs in Gainesville, Florida. We are the #1 Class B RV dealer in the state of Florida. We're number 3. Oh, I'm sorry. We're number 2. I've been saying 3 for so long. In the last couple months, we moved up to number 2 in the whole United States of America. We sell more Class Bs than almost anybody else in the whole United States. And it's not just because we sell them, we service them, we fix them, we're knowledgeable about them. Everybody on our team loves the van life. Everybody does. Everyone on our team, they know that is what we specialize in. That is what we do. That is who we are, Class B experts. But what you're seeing behind me is not a traditional Class B. This is a 2026 GXV Storyteller Hilt. This is one of the biggest, baddest expedition trucks on the market today. And we got the very first 2026. Some cool changes, some cool stuff that I'm dying to tell you about. Now, what's cool about Storyteller is they make some of the best overland vans and expedition trucks on the market, and this is no different here at all. This 2026 Hilt can really, the whole reason for the name Hilt is because you can take it to the hilt. We are one of the top Hilt dealers in the nation. We've sold dozens of them. People love them. They drive from all over the country to come to Florida to see them and buy them, but we also ship them out because we ship everything for free all over the United States. So actually, most people on the Hilts have actually come here and we've delivered them that way. But these Hilts are made at the Storyteller factory in Birmingham, Alabama. They are made with all of the tender loving care that Storyteller puts into every RV that they make, from the Storyteller, the mode vans, to the brand new crew mode, to the Hilt, and now to the Epic. We've also sold some of the Epics as well, and those are pretty impressive vehicles. So the biggest thing about the 2026 is A, this is the first one, and B, they did not raise the price. How amazing is that? Can you think of anything from 2025 to going into 2026 that the price has not been raised on? They kept the price the same. Also, what else is very neat is that no matter where you buy this Hilt at in the United States, there's one price. See-through pricing. They do not change it. No one's allowed to negotiate. No one's allowed to do it. So that is something that I love about Storyteller. They are true to everything they do. So speaking of being true to it, this Hilt is, we started selling them in 2024, and then we sold in 25, and then 26. So 24, they only made a handful. 25, we sold a bunch, and now this is the first 26. They have been improving it every step along the way. I think one of the biggest improvements is in the ride quality, the way you feel when you're sitting behind the driver's seat driving it. They improved that ride significantly from 25 to 26. So you asked me, Nick, how did they improve the ride quality? It already has liquid springs, which is the best suspension in the industry. Well, what they did was they changed the wheels. And so the wheels are a big part of the ride as well. So these wheels, they went from some really high-end fancy wheels down to, these are still very high-end and fancy, but they're not as complicated. These wheels are about 100 pounds less per wheel. So imagine there's 4 wheels and a spare tire. That just knocked 500 pounds off of how much weight it's carrying. Also, how easy they are to turn side to side when you're driving, and just losing 500 pounds. If I lost 500 pounds, I'd be negative. But if I lost a significant portion, I'd be able to run faster, jump higher, and my knees wouldn't hurt, right? My knees don't hurt now, but I'd imagine if I lost a lot of weight, I would feel better, right? But this Hilt drives, I have personally driven it, and I can tell you it steers easier and drives better than its predecessors, which is pretty cool, losing 100 pounds on the wheels. I still think the wheels look very tough. They look awesome. They are a solid one-piece wheel. Also, losing the 100 pounds on the wheel from the back where the spare tire is mounted up there, it's very nice not to have to lift that 100-pound wheel down to where they give you an extra winch to do it, but 100 pounds lighter is a lot better as well. So these wheels also can get serviced easier. When you do have a flat tire, they can get fixed easier as well when you're on the road. So you say, Nick, that's the biggest change for 26 are the wheels? Well, it's a big change. It improves the ride, it improves the serviceability, it also improves the weight you can carry, the weight you can tow. So yes, the wheels make a big difference, changing them from 25 down to $26. Also, not raising the price would have been a bad change, but they kept the price the same, which is very cool. So let's start off just by the look. This thing's 26.5 feet long. It has the upgraded Invader bumper on it, and this bumper has parking sensors. It has these LED lights. It also has their I don't know, like a cow pusher. I don't know what this thing's called. Some kind of bumper guard. It does have their air compressor built into it. So this air compressor here is built in, and there's a hose, so you can go and you can pump your tires up. So you can deflate them quickly, and then once you're done rock crawling, you can come back and you can put air in all the tires from this air compressor. You can also put air in a lot of other things from the air compressor. So very neat that it gives you an onboard air compressor here. It does have a factor winch, factor 55 it's called, and this winch is rated for 20,000 pounds. 20,000 pound winch, which is pretty awesome. So if you notice, it also has the 5 KC lights. Right now, the big KC covers are off the lights. So you can see how big they really are. This KC light cover is custom made just for this hilt. Just for this hilt. So the 5 of the biggest KC lights they make. These are the biggest KC lights that you can get are these ones here, and there's 5 of them there, which is pretty awesome. As we're kind of spinning around here, this is on the Ram 5500 chassis. This is the Laramie chassis as well. This does have their Rhino Guard type of paint on it that protects the whole expedition truck from any scratches, any damage, anything on there. It's a Kevlar-based Rhino plastic coating. It hurts my fingers rubbing on it, but it is pretty serious. They also give you these nice big running boards to help you get in and out of the truck. There are 2 fuel tanks in it. The 74 gallons of diesel fuel, which is pretty sweet. Fuel tank here, and there's also one back there. But like I'm even talking about this winch here. So they give you a second winch here that is made to help you take the spare tire down. So realizing it's still heavy, even though it's 100 pounds lighter, but they give you the second winch to help you winch that tire down, which is pretty neat. Laramie is one of the highest end trim lines that Ram makes. It has the big nav screen, the backup cameras, all the towing lights and towing brakes. It has heated seats, power seats, Apple CarPlay, Android CarPlay, 4-wheel drive high, 4-wheel drive low. There's push button start as well, so you start and stop it by pushing a button with this. I mean, all these like cup holders and armrest, and I mean, there are some crazy compartments, chargers everywhere, memory seats, speakers everywhere. This is definitely one of the highlights of this hilt, is just how comfortable this chassis is to drive. And this chassis is so strong, the 5500, you don't even realize there's a box on the back. And even if you had a boat behind it, you wouldn't realize there's a boat behind it either. The LiquidSpring suspension is all controlled right here through the true earth leveling and the auto calibration. You can go ride normal, high, medium, high, normal, or low. You can go ride height. You can lift it up if you're going to be somewhere that you need more clearance, or you can lower it if you want the ride to be a little smoother. Totally depends, but this is definitely one of the highest trim levels that Ram makes, and it makes driving this, along with the reduction in weight of the wheels, it makes driving this hilt very, very pleasurable. You know, something cool that Storyteller does, even in these super high-end expedition trucks, they give you things like smart plugs that are pretty standard in the RV industry. They give you things like regular Thetford cassette toilets that you can, you know, take with you. You can walk somewhere with it, you can dump it, and you can buy another Thetford cassette if you need it. So it's actually pretty easy to do. You unscrew it, and you can just dump it wherever you like. There's also little bags you can put it in that will make the waste disintegrate. But I like how they're not giving you all this super hard to find stuff. So that way, when you're camping out in the middle of the Moab, if you have an issue with this, you can order one on Amazon and they'll deliver it to you maybe. I don't know. I think they like take little drones and they go around and they just drop these like pizza delivery companies are doing that now. It's pretty crazy. But Amazon sells these Thetford things. Amazon sells smart plugs. Amazon, I mean, this is all stuff that you can get pretty easily. It's not very niche, which is nice, which is very nice for serviceability, is a big part of what Storyteller thinks about. Something else about the cassette toilet and the smart plug is at Sunshine State RVs, we will deliver free to your house, wherever you're at in the country, or we'll fly you here, rent you a car, put you on a plane, bring you here, and teach you how to use this. We will teach you. Corey has actually been to the factory at Storyteller, been trained by them. He actually was there to deliver our very first hilt. So that way they taught him, this is how you teach people how to use a hilt. This is why we do what we do when it comes to the hilts. Corey's super knowledgeable about all things Storyteller. And so when he's teaching how to use it, he's gonna teach you how to use the chassis, the LiquidSprings, the Lithionics lithium system. I haven't even talked about that yet. It's insane. The 1,300 watts of solar. He's gonna teach you how to use the dump and the smart plug and the everything that is in this van, in this expedition truck. Corey will teach you how to use. Then for your first 2 nights, we put you up at a campground so that way you can test everything. And you can make sure that you know how to work everything and you know that everything is working the way that it should. That's our promise to you, that you know how to work everything and that everything works. Then when you leave, you have Corey's phone number. You call for tech support. By the way, this was just Labor Day weekend last weekend, and Corey said his phone was ringing off the hook. Everybody was wanting to use their RV this weekend. And so he went through and made a list and answered everybody's questions, sent them texts, phone calls. So he's really committed to making sure you get the help you need when you go camping. So what's great is we give you all of that. And then once you own it, you have a guaranteed 5-day service appointment. You also have tech support on the phone from us for as long as you own the RV. So enough about Sunshine State RVs. That's one of the reasons why we are #1 in Florida and #2 in the country. Lots of storage here. It's actually motion detected. So when I put my hand in here, the light turned on. So this is pretty durable outside storage. I mean, look how thick this wall is here. I mean, you want to talk about some insulation? I mean, this is so stinking thick. When you're in there, you feel like you're isolated from the world. It is so nice and thick in there. You see you have the LiquidSprings back here as well. This is the second fuel tank. You have diesel up there and you have diesel back here. 74 gallons of fuel. This is also, well, it's not storage. This is your freshwater tank. Oh, look at that, LED lights. When I put my hand there, they turn on. This is your outside shower. Here's your spray port here. This is how you winterize it. And this is where you dump your gray tank as well. This is the exhaust for your Rixon hot water heater. And this is pretty neat. So this is your pass-through storage. You do have hooks here if you need to hook anything, but this is also LED lit by motion on both sides. It goes the whole width of the hilt. This is great for fishing poles, for kayaks, for skis, for paddle boards, anything that is, what is this, 8, 9, 10 feet wide, anything that you can fit in here. This thing is insulated and safe and secure. You can lock it. So I love the storage that they give you back here, because you're not just traveling with just yourself. Like, you're taking gear, you're going hiking, you're going kayaking or fishing or whatever it is people do in these hilts. So the hilt gives you 2 Invader racks. So both Invader racks are ready for you. So everybody wants something different on an Invader rack. Some people want boxes, some people want ski boxes, they want bike racks. Some people want more spare tires, depending on where you're traveling. These Invader racks are ready. The last one of these we sold, we put a nice big owl box here. We put another nice big owl box here. So you had double owl boxes and your spare tire. We also added LED lights to the front, and so we can add any of this stuff that you want. We have the experts in upfitting these Storytellers. Everything from the classic mode to the dark, to the beast, to the crew mode. We have a crew mode right now in Gainesville for the next 3 months. That is there for people to come check out. That's their brand new 170 standard Sprinter van with the pop top, all-wheel drive, so much cool stuff in it. But we can modify anything. So this has a commercial duty tow hitch as well. You do have backup cameras down there. You have parking sensors in the back. And this is that wheel that I told you is 100 pounds lighter than the 2024 Hilts and the 2025s, which is really nice. So as we're rolling, this is the other side of the storage here. So this storage is a full pass-through. So one on one side, one on the other, you can slide things through it. In other vans that I've done videos on, I've been able to crawl in the storage thing. I think if I crawled in there, I might get stuck. I don't think that one is meant for human beings my size. So there's more outside storage here, which is really nice to have some storage. There's an outside plug, 110 plug here for whatever it is you're doing. Nice big Girard power awning. More outside storage here, which is really nice as well. All have motion lights, which I don't remember the 25s having that. May just be me, I just don't remember it. And then like on every Hilt, you see this is a little tinted, so it's hard to read, but it has the window sticker here. The price is $499,722.25. So when we jump inside here, you're gonna wanna grab somebody that cares about aesthetics and cares about how the inside looks, because this is probably one of the prettiest, coolest, nicest interiors on an adventure truck that there is, with the lighting, the cabinetry, the countertops, and just the whole feel and aesthetic, and what my 16-year-old say, the vibe of the inside is pretty awesome. So follow me inside. This is one of the coolest back seats, lounge areas of any adventure truck or van or RV on the road. I mean, how wide open everything is, how the big windows, you have 4 of the largest windows in the back of an RV, lots of natural light. I mean, you can have 4, 5, 6 people. In their original release video, they had like dogs sitting here playing poker at this table. And I mean, you can sit very comfortably all around the back of this Hilt. So this, to me, this is my favorite part about this RV, to where I feel like I'm up 10 or 15 feet. I can look out the windows. I can see what's going on around me, but I can still be inside. Right now, I got the windows open for a little cross ventilation. I got the screens closed. But this is just such a great area here, and these seats are very comfortable. You do have lots of lighting, like I talked about. So underneath, you have lighting here. You have lighting here. There's lighting, there's little spotlights here. You can turn on and off individually. The LED lights you can control by different presets. You know, whenever it's like after 7 o'clock and my wife walks into a room, it's called lamp o'clock. And so she always turns all the lights down. Then she wonders why I want to go to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm like, man, I've been walking through a dark house all night. Of course I want to go to bed, I'm tired. But she likes it to be very serene and to have a nice vibe going through the house. So this does turn into a bed. Very light, easy table. This isn't what you use, but it's easy to move, easy to get out of the way. We'll actually put it back. But this table, I mean, it's a very, very light and easy table to mess with and move and store as well. But even back here, being 6 foot tall, I can stand on the ledge. But when I drop down, there's lots of room in here and also lots of room back here. So being a 26 foot RV is only a few feet bigger than the adventure vans or the other RVs that we have, but there's just so much more space in here. So even storage wise, there's lots of, these are all cabinets across the back here. Some people like to see all the cabinets, so I'll open some of them up that I can reach pretty easily, and see this spins here. So these are all cabinets through here. They're padded, so you can put things in them, and then they're very, very strong as well. And I do like this color wood. I think the lighter wood with this brown, I think it goes together very well. And then you have kind of your world topography on the background here with this big window, and then this big countertop. So what's neat about it? So you got the white countertop, the light tan, you got these like matte black cabinets as well. So you kind of got a lot of colors going on, but not just the look of it, the functionality, how big these drawers are, and how big, you know, everywhere there's a spot, soft closing, everywhere there's a spot to do something. So this is trash here and recycling there, which is great. I also love, check this out. So when you open it, it opens the trash bag. When you close it, it seals the trash bag, because you don't want trash stinking up your 26 foot RV, right? More cabinets down here. Nice dovetail cabinetry, nice solid wood. So you gotta latch them in. So they do soft close. We have another one here. So they do soft close, and you latch it. Same thing here. Soft close, and then you latch it. So pretty neat. Big rectangle farm style sink, also with the faucet extender This gives you fresh water right here. This is a charging ports. So you can put your phone on top of it and it charges, or you can plug in USB, USB-C, or 110. So you can use this for a coffee maker. You can use this for a lot of different things. Me and my wife are coffee aficionados. So, you know, we went to Guatemala to help out at an orphanage a couple of years ago. And while we were there in Guatemala, we fell in love with this one coffee plantation there. And so we order our coffee from the coffee plantation in Guatemala. And it's the best coffee in the world, but we take it everywhere we go. We take coffee with us. We take our coffee maker with us, and we're always trying new coffee, but then always going back to the coffee that we love from Guatemala. Maybe because it was a great memory for us, and we took our whole family to this orphanage, and we were there for a couple weeks helping out. But maybe it was just such a great memory for us. The coffee was tied to the smell, and the coffee was all tied to the memory, which was tied to, in my opinion, the best coffee in the world comes from Guatemala. But you can plug that coffee maker in here, you can grind it, you can make it. There's enough power in this Lithionics system for that. So I love that there. This is a double induction cooktop here, which if you're not cooking, it just stays covered. Now you just have a big countertop. If you are cooking, it's nice to have a double induction cooktop. So I did talk about power. So this has a Lithionics system that they're always upgrading. So in 2026, the Lithionics system they're using is a 16.8 kW Lithionics system. It has two 3,000 watt inverters. It has 1,320 watts of solar on the roof. Every inch of this roof is covered in solar. It seems like, not exactly, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but 1,320 watts of solar, 16.8 kW kilowatts of lithium power. That means this air conditioner here can run ducted AC, by the way. This ducted air conditioner can run for hours, 16 to 24 hours in this van. You have your big isotherm fridge and freezer. You have your convection microwave with an air fryer. All of this can run on the Lithionics system. I love Lithionics for a few reasons. Their batteries are not made in China. They are made here in the US, in Florida, actually in Clearwater, St. Pete is where my lovely camera guy Tim is from, and they are made there in that area. So we get them serviced there. I mean, everything is very easy to deal with Lithionics. We're big fans, but I love this fridge. So this is the isotherm. This is a very high-end Italian-made fridge and freezer. So these are made in Italy. This is not your typical fridge or freezer from any other RV. This is your wardrobe closet here. So you do have the cabinet. You also have these shelves. So if you need shelves for some reason, these shelves fold down here and you can put stuff on them. If you only want one shelf, you can do one. I love the versatility, right? You have one shelf, put stuff underneath it, or you can have none. So depends on how you're camping, where you're going, what you're doing that week is depending on what kind of shelves you need. So very cool there. As we're walking, this is the bathroom. Nice big bathroom. This is the, I'm gonna turn the light on here. So where I guess I jumped the gun a little bit here. This is, let's see, let's turn the lights up and let's find bathroom. Look at that. And the bathroom light is on. This is the bathroom here. They do give you a shower curtain. Some people love it, some people don't need it, but it is a good sized bathroom with that cassette toilet. So there's no black tank, but there's a cassette toilet. So being 6 foot tall, 238 pounds, I have elbow space, I can stand, I can sit, I can move around pretty easily in here. It does give me a shower head that I can do this. You can also check this out. I don't remember this being in the 2025. It may have been. You can raise that and you can do this. I mean, I feel like I'm showering at home with this thing. That's great. You have a sink here to brush your teeth. You can shave in, hot water, cold water. You have a nice big mirror. This is so you can hang your clothes. They do give you a fan. They know me very well. I love having some ventilation when I'm showering or using the bathroom. And then we also have the toilet paper holder there. And then they give my wife a place to put some of her stuff. All her soaps and lotions and stuff. I don't know. I do everything with one bar of soap. I can wash my hair with a bar of soap. I can wash my body with a bar of soap. I can brush my teeth with it if I had to. So I'm a pretty ordinary man, like Ozzy Osbourne says. I'm an ordinary man. So this is their system here. This is the system that Storyteller I don't want to say invented, but this is what they designed. They didn't invent this. They designed it. So what's cool is you have your fresh tank, you have your gray tank. Right now we're on a negative 280 watt power flow because we're under trees and shade. There's no solar. The engine's not on because the engine would be charging the battery. So you can charge batteries through the engine. You can charge it through the solar panels or when you're plugged into shore power. It is a 30 amp service, which is very easy to find. This shows you your battery here. You have 1 day, 20 hours. We can do climate, so we can turn the AC on if we want. We can put it on high, AC, and we can go down. We got to make sure the inverter's on first. So inverter, let's turn that on. Ooh, there we go. Inverter's on. Now the air conditioner's on. And now that just dropped from 1 day 20 hours to 1 day 12 hours because the AC's on and it feels great actually. So 1 day 12 hours with the AC running. So lighting, you can set different presets. So my wife would set this one for the morning. So it'll go from like 0 to 30%. Then in the afternoon we'd be at 100. Then about 6 o'clock it'll go back down to 30%. And then you can set at 8 o'clock, it goes back down to, I don't know, 10% of the lights, and just kind of continues to dim. So they make alarm clocks like that now that are pitch dark at night, and at 6 a.m. it turns a little, 6:30, 6:45, 7, and it emits this big light. It's kind of waking you up in stages. It's pretty cool. But you can set all those presets right here in your screen. So this is the bed. So you can do a bed back there. You can also do a bed here. There is plastic on it right now, so it's not very comfortable looking. But once you take this plastic off, you have this Storyteller branded ladder here. We can climb on here. Give me a second. I'm going to climb. Look at that. We can climb on here and lay down. So I'm going to lay like this. Oh, what is this? It's a little key. I'm going to lay like this to show you. I'd probably put my head down there if I was sleeping here. There's a skylight there. There's lots of room here, right? So this is pretty neat. And I have an AC duct right here. There's an AC duct right there. There are windows on both sides with screens, cell phone chargers on both sides, CPAP machine plugins on both sides, big storage compartments here. So look at this, storage compartment there, and storage compartment there. And then this here is that charger I was telling you about, USB, USB-C, and 110. So very neat. I really like that they give you the AC duct. I like that they give you the skylight. You can open and close that, and a fan. So you can do whatever you want there. So you can sleep like this. You can also put your head down there if you want. I'll kind of move around a little bit here. Not very graceful when I'm moving, but this is pretty neat too. So this thing here opens like that, and you can get fresh air. Just kind of tighten it. I don't know how you do it. Or if you wanted, you just cover it when you don't need it. Or you can have a screen. So just totally depends on what you're doing and what you want out of life. So like that as well. So there you go. So nice big bed there. Nice big bed in the back. There's also a way to access the cab here. So here is that. And then this here folds down. I don't know how to do it, but you can do it from the inside, I guess. This here folds down so you can crawl from here to there. You can pass things through. My kids their challenge would be, how many times can I crawl from the back to the front while it's being driven? That would be their challenge. But it's pretty easy to do. I have done it. I do fit through that hole. It is not pretty to see, so I'm gonna spare you guys the video. But I have fit through the hole. I can fit, and so probably can you. But right now this is up, so we would just need to fold this down from the inside, and then we can easily go back and forth. So very cool. They give you a fire extinguisher, a bunch of cool buttons that do a lot of things, lights everywhere. I truly like the battery system in this because you can go anywhere you want. With the liquid springs, you can go anywhere you want with the capability and versatility, but also because you have enough power to go anywhere you want. And while you're there, you can take whatever you want with you, and you can truly be sitting here hanging out with 4 or 6 of your best friends. I could take me, my wife, and my 4 kids. 2 of my oldest kids are dating in serious relationships. So I can take my 4 kids, their 2 significant others, and my wife. That'd be a little tight. if we had 8 people in here. But right now, we are still just a family of 6. We have not given away any of our daughters yet or accepted any new daughters into the family. But I feel like that is going to be on the horizon here very soon, even though my kids are in college. A little crazy, right? But I think this is great for a family. I think this is great for friends. I think all the storage, all the capability, the outside storage, the inside storage, everything in this brand new 2026 Hilt is, like they say, taking it to the hilt. As maxed out, as big, as bad, as epic and adventurous as you want to be. This is no ordinary adventure truck. This is something that is a difference maker. It truly is. So I do appreciate you watching this video and all of our other YouTube videos that we do. We do deliver this in all of our RVs for free anywhere in the nation, anytime. Call, talk to somebody on our team, and they will be able to hook you up. This is the very first 2026 GXV Storyteller Hilt that is on the market today. So thanks for watching.